What's up, family? Trail here, and we have some good news to share with you today. Rising inflation continues to cause a strain on Americans. Most Americans are hoping to see a fourth stimulus check from the federal government. However, considering the recent Democratic bill that was passed in Congress here recently, help for low-income families can't come fast enough. But today we have information on some new $325 stimulus payments that are coming this week. Also, I have a few other checks that plan to arrive by the end of this month. So in order to keep this video short, don't forget how much a simple press of the like button does for this video and for this channel. And also, I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers before the end of this year. So if you could help a brother out, if you could, go ahead right now, subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and jump into the video. Well, guys, the U.S. inflation is still rising as of today, even though we saw a small drop for the month of July. However, the data points are still pointing at the inflation is still rising, and we still don't see a time frame of when this is going to actually slow down and reverse back again. And the big question that most Americans have is, are we there yet? When will it stop? Yes, according to the peak of inflation, we are still not there yet. Now, it does say that peak inflation is marked by when consumer prices hit an all-time high. It's a term that most Americans haven't even considered for decades, but now it seems like everyone is talking about it. And even last month, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that inflation, based on the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, was around 9.1% for the month of June and 8.5% for the month of July. But the main question remains is whether or not the U.S. has already hit the peak inflation with that record high number. But anyways, guys, that is causing some Americans to actually be struggling as far as whether or not they can pay their actual bills. And right here we have this article that talks about 62% of Americans are worried about paying for housing next year. And yes, guys, we are talking about next year, 2023. We are only like 4 months away. And yes, according to this recent poll, 62% of Americans or low-income families are worried about how they will actually pay for it. As we've all seen over the past 60 to 90 days, we have seen rent prices increase. We have seen mortgage interest rates increase. We have seen everything pretty much increase, all the way to gas prices, which we have seen recently come back down once again. However, the rental prices as well as mortgage interest rates are continuing to rise overall. So yes, Americans are really struggling right now and trying to figure out what they are going to do within the next 6 to 9 months. So yes, guys, hopefully by the Fed raising the interest rates, that will actually tame the inflation, in which it could actually turn back around and go back down once again. Hopefully we did hit our peak for the month of June at 9.1% CPI numbers. But again, guys, I will keep you guys posted as usual. And hey, we finally have an update in regards to the war in Ukraine by Russia. Yes, the president of Ukraine, President Zelensky, is warning of a catastrophe in Ukraine in regards to the nuclear power station. Yes, they are saying that we need help right now because Russia is trying to destroy the nuclear power plant, which is one of the largest in the region, which would affect other surrounding countries as well, like Europe. But anyways, in this article, it talks about the Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelensky, said on Monday that Russia's actions could cause a catastrophe should Europe's largest nuclear power plant in Ukraine not be defended properly. Yes, if Russia's actions causes a catastrophe, the consequences may also hit those who remain silent so far. And he continued on saying that any radiation incident at the NPP location can affect the countries of the European Union, Turkey, Georgia, and countries from more distant regions. Now, Zelensky elaborated on the effects of Russia's presence near the power plant on the international community, saying that Russia is ignoring and rejecting other countries' demands. And yes, it says in a statement that if a terrorist state allows itself to completely ignore the demands of the international community, especially in such a sensitive topic, this clearly indicates the need for immediate action, adding that Russia is rejecting the security demands of 42 countries that have asked the country to withdraw its forces from the plant. So yes, guys, the war is still going on. I believe we are almost hitting 120 days, and it doesn't look like Vladimir Putin of Russia is planning on stopping this war anytime soon. And right now, people are at risk because Russia's people are at this particular power plant, and they are pushing threats to destroying this power plant right now, which could push radiation to many, many people. So again, guys, as we've stated previously on this channel, we will continue to keep them in our prayers during the meantime, and hopefully that this war will end sometime soon, guys. It's gotta end. Do you agree with me, guys? Come on, continue to pray, guys. But anyways, moving on, we do have an update in regards to the raid on Trump's estate in Mar-a-Lago. Yes, right now, Donald Trump, the former president Donald Trump, is calling for the FBI to return his privileged documents that were seized during the raid. Yes, we have the former president Donald Trump said on Sunday that he is calling for the FBI to return some seized documents that are allegedly protected by attorney-client and executive privileges. The FBI's search of Trump's Mar-a-Lago home on Monday, recovering 11 sets of classified documents. Fox News is reporting on Saturday that the FBI seized these boxes covered by attorney-client privilege and possibly executive privilege, according to unnamed sources familiar with the investigation. Now, it has been just learned that the FBI, its now famous raid of Mar-a-Lago, took boxes of privileged attorney-client material and also executive privilege material, which they knowingly should not have taken, according to the former president Donald Trump on his social media platform called Truth Social. And he said in a statement, "By copy of this truth, I respectfully request that these documents be immediately returned to the location from which they were taken." And also, we did hear from President Donald Trump on Sunday, in which he stated that the FBI also took his passports. I mean, come on now. Why do you need his passports? But anyways, guys, the former president Donald Trump is requesting that those documents and other documents actually be returned immediately. And since the raid on Mar-a-Lago, hey, there have been a spike in threats towards the FBI, which is very unsettling right now and causing America to be in an uproar. But I have to bring up this subject matter, guys, because if you guys previously remember back when President Donald Trump was the president, hey, the Democrats were actually calling for defunding the police, in which President Donald Trump stepped up and said, look, we need to protect our policemen. We need to do everything to protect them because they protect the American people. And the Democrats continue to push the effort in regards to defunding the police because of all the things that were going on with the Black Lives Matter movement. So guys, and now we kind of seeing the tables are turning a little bit because it's not the Democrats anymore. It is now the Republicans, in which the Republicans are now calling for to defund the FBI. Yes, guys, this is crazy. And yes, we are seeing right here that it says to defund the FBI really complicates the GOP's midterm messaging, in which they have pushed in the past where we will never stop supporting our FBI, our police officers, and those individuals that protect this country altogether. But now some people that are on the Trump movement and stepping up and supporting the former president Donald Trump are actually calling to defund the FBI. Anyways, guys, it says right here that Republicans used the defund the police slogan after George Floyd's murder to paint the Democratic Party as radical. But since the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago, a growing number of GOP candidates and lawmakers are rallying around their own calls to defund or abolish federal law enforcement agencies, or better known as the FBI. So again, guys, hey, what do you think about this? Do you think that they should be calling for to defund the FBI just like the Democrats call for the defunding of police officers? I mean, I don't believe in either one of them, guys. Let me just tell you that no one should be defunded, guys. They are just doing their jobs according to what's been laid out to them by their leader and their leadership. But anyways, I want to know what you guys think about this. Comment down below and let me know how you feel about the defunding of the police officers or the defunding of the FBI. I'm curious to see how you guys feel about this. But in moving on, guys, we also did hear some good information because the former president Donald Trump says that, look, the temperature needs to be calmed down because we should not be putting out threats towards our FBI agents. Now, he didn't necessarily say that in those particular words. However, that is kind of what this article is talking about, in which Trump says that the temperature has to be brought down after the FBI search because things are just getting out of control right now, guys. But on the flip side, after he called for the temperature to be calmed down just a little bit, he then went on attack of the FBI altogether. So what does that do, guys? He calms them down on one side, but then he rallies them back up in their sentence right after. So anyways, guys, that is going on right now in regards to the latest updates on the raid on the Trump estate. Hopefully we will get more information coming very soon. The FBI did state that they do not want to release the detailed information in regards to the affidavit because that could damage the overall investigation, which sort of makes sense. But anyways, guys, we'll just have to see how all of this plays out. But so far, it does look like the former President Donald Trump is facing some serious charges. Now, whether or not he can get out of them with his hefty lawyers, well, we don't know, guys. We just don't know. But anyways, I will keep you guys posted as usual. But moving on to some stimulus update news, guys, we do have an article right here that's talking about some new $325 stimulus payments that are going out sometime this week. Yes, this article is talking about new $325 August tax rebate for more than 1 million Americans is expected to be mailed out within the next 48 hours. Now, the biggest question is, will you guys receive one? I sure hope so, guys. But as we read closer, it says that, look, it's time to check your post as the $325 August tax rebate for more than 1 million Americans is being mailed out in the next 48 hours. Although a paper shortage stalled the first round of rebate checks, Indiana officials have confirmed the money is now on its way. Again, guys, the money is now on its way. So you could be receiving these checks sometime this week. Now, it does state that the Indiana Governor, Eric Holcomb, approved a $200 payments for the state residents. And now the total amount of the check will vary based on how individuals file their taxes. Individual taxpayers will receive $325 check or payments, while married couples filing jointly will get around $650 checks. Now, those who have yet to receive $125 automatic taxpayer refund should expect to see their checks in the matter of weeks. Now, a shortage of paper on which the checks were meant to be printed prevented them from going out much sooner. However, those checks are in the mail right now. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys are live in this particular area, Indiana, and I hope you guys are scheduled to receive one of these $325 stimulus checks or the $625 stimulus payments. But anyways, guys, I hope that information is definitely in your favor. And last but not least, guys, we do want to talk about some other states that are also sending out some stimulus payments later this month. We do have the first state, which is Hawaii. Yes, they did approve of some stimulus refund checks that are going to residents, and that could be based on their actual income. You could be receiving between $100 and $300. So again, guys, those are scheduled to be coming at the end of this month of August. And then we also have New Mexico, in which they are providing 2 separate stimulus checks to its residents. Now, the first one is going to be a rebate of $500. It's going to be available to married couples filing jointly, and also single individuals could be receiving up to $250. Now, again, these particular payments, the first ones actually went out in the month of June, and now the remaining of those checks will be paid sometime this month as well. But anyways, guys, hey, that's just a little bit of information that we have to share with you today. And I believe that it is some good news when you guys agree. But anyways, guys, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.